Welcome back to Fort Lauderdale, not on ice, otherwise known as the Big Toe, Big T.O. Adam Daniel Mezei here, your PMD, producer of marketing and distribution. Distribution of marketing and producer. Get it? No, I didn't say it the right way, but you get the picture. Thanks again for watching PMDforhire.com. You know, I know a documentary is a really good documentary when I find myself kind of walking around the streets and thinking of the theme music from the documentary. That's what I'm thinking about these last couple of days. Patrick Benolkin's amazing, melodic, emotive, deep, esoteric score. Yeah, that's how I would describe it. It's mood music. Patrick Benolkin's music in Jens Pulver Driven. I'm thinking about those scenes when Jens kind of looks off to the side and he starts getting all wistful and he thinks about his past and he thinks about things that he went through and he thinks about his life and he thinks about where he's going, and you kind of get snippets of how he conducts himself in public and how he goes out into public, how he conducts public speaking and how he goes out into live events and he ends up kind of talking about the things that mean a lot to him. The emotional notes that the music evokes, coupled with Jens Pulver's words, moving words about his past and his history, of the troubles that he goes through and the life that he's led up until now. It really gets you thinking about stuff. Really gets you thinking about stuff. And I know that that's a really good documentary. And a lot of things that are going on here. There's a lot of factors involved with why this film is rocking it for me. First of all, I like the subject material. Second of all, I can relate to the subject material a lot. I can relate to the fighter's struggle. I can relate to that, keep getting slammed down and just getting up again, and like finding a reason to get up again and finding a reason to get out there and just make it happen all the time. I've lived that life. I know what that's all about. So Jen's story automatically resonates with me. And then there's Gregory Bain, of course, the writer, well, the co-writer, director, and producer of the project. And the reason I say co-writer is because big up to J. Ruben Appelman for the co-write on that one as well. And I know Gregory Bain, and I like Gregory Bain, and I like what he stands for, and I like his affect and his demeanor, and that alone also helps me develop an affinity for the project in a way that I might not normally be so inclined to be had the director been a prick. Or whatever, use the female equivalent of such. And Gregory Bain is so not in that category. He's such a gent, so there's that reason as well. And it's just slick and well done. The sans serif fonts on all of the independent cards and all of the key art and the press kit and all of that stuff. It just really combines nicely. And I've been on a Jens Pulver driven and crowdfunding tip the entire week, and I just wanted to sum up the weekend with a little bit of a video about that kind of thing, because I think it's important just to drive attention back to that central theme of the movie. Yeah, there's a crowdfunding campaign going on right now for Driven. There's a $15,000 cap that they're looking for. Greg's over, I think, 12% now with a couple of weeks to go. It's a project that's really worth spending your money on, because it's the kind of project that, as I find myself doing, young people will walk away from that and they might not remember the message the minute they leave the cinema. They might remember the message a decade down the line. I remember watching films and reading books. I remember specific lines that really punctuated emotive and revolutionary moments, upheaval revolutionary, moments in my life. I remember those junctures sometimes 20 years down the line, really. I mean it. Like, I can remember stuff that I did 20 years ago. To this day, I can remember how I reacted or how the individual in question reacted. That's the power of Driven. I think it's going to be evoking those sort of tones. You're going to get people having those kind of reactions to the picture. And $15,000 at the end of the day is not even a little bit of money. It's kind of like a joke. I know for independents it is a lot of money, and a lot of independents have trouble raising that kind of stuff, but it's only 15 grand, and it's not like you have to ask one person to supply it. There's a lot of people that could possibly come in and get involved with a project of this magnitude. I see good things on the horizon for Driven, and I think you should put your signature on it. Put your stamp on the project. Have a look at all the material that Greg Bain is putting out every day. He's putting out videos of the day of stuff that you can't see on the DVD. He's got some great blog posts. Jens himself is kind of being a part of it. You get to actually host a screening and have those guys come out and talk about their motivations for the project. Yet again, another wrinkle of something that you won't necessarily have a chance to watch if you only buy the DVD. So, like, put your signature on that. Be a part of something like that. That's what this whole democratized filmmaking situation allows us to do. It allows us to basically conduct the show the way we want to conduct the show. We don't have to ask people for their permission. You like the project, you show that you like the project. You think the project's worth underwriting, you give some money to that project. Very simple. So that's my word of the weekend. Have a look at that material. Don't take my word for it. I'm not here to, like, shill for the project. I'm not here to, like, stump for it. You think it's good, you'll see for yourself. It's worth it. That music is gonna, like, romp you. It's gonna romp your ass, like Jen says. It's gonna romp you. Thanks again for watching this video clip. I wish everybody a great weekend. I'll catch you on the flip. That's right. Canucks rock.